Jeez. Good morning. I hope the markets are respecting everybody's levels today. Everybody's nice and profitable. You're not getting chopped up in the bear talk that we see from so many angles right now in the markets. A lot of these hedge fund exposure charts are from last year, December, by the way. So take that with a grain of salt. All right. Remember what I said about Friday's close and T+2 moving forward. 2 to 4 day rotation. So let's see. We're in the channel. Here. We tried to break out. Failed. Got a bunch of shorts. Tried to break again. Got rid of the shorts. Moved to the bottom of the channel. And here we are. Here we are on a higher time frame buy point here, which between 38.50 and 38.74, and this little ellipsoid shape, which I drew based off of the weekly TPO chart, I believe, and said, oh, watch for that, and the composite profile on a 30-day, was it 30 or 60 days, something like that, composite, but we won't bring that chart up right now. Out of longs, and happy with my day. Also bought the dip on Tesla today. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I shorted Bitcoin at 55.5, 55.8. So I had scaled covers starting at 51.5, going all the way down to 45.5, and so I woke up today in nice profit and turned around and just closed the 52.5s area. I looked at that. I looked at the volume and said, we still have buyers, so got out. But it was a nice short-term winning trade on the corn, aka Bitcoin. So pretty happy with that. All right, let's see. Skip ad. There you go. Looking for no copyright music today from YouTube creators' content sites, because my last upload got blocked again for some SoundCloud copyright out of what was it, Iran. So they made a complaint against YouTube, and YouTube automatically took it down. So I guess I just got to be smarter about even using SoundCloud stuff, which I didn't think had copyright in the US, but apparently Google is worldwide and they care. So in the past it hasn't been an issue. Anyway, more coffee. What to do here in the market? That's the question. Big move like this, up against the channel. Hey, we probably get some sideways chop. I don't know. Let's see. Oh. Click on this chart and load only the regular trading hours with this RTH ETH button up here in Sierra chart. Makes things a bit easier. Hey, we filled the gap, didn't we? Look at that. Gap fill. So that was the short up here into the gap fill area. But where do you go from here? Let's see. Let's get a little bit more granular here. Let's zoom in. I hope this background audio isn't too loud. Yeah, let's see. I have a question. Who does the jeez, more ads. It's the problem with not using SoundCloud. I'm sure there's something on SoundCloud, but I haven't dedicated enough time to finding copyright-free music. I'm sure a simple YouTube search will yield some results. Let's see. My trading jacket is getting in the way right now. SoundCloud. Alright, we may have to go into the SoundCloud app here. Because YouTube with all their advertisements just annoys the shit out of me. Alright. I'm gonna follow them. And get rid of this. There we go. That's nice and chill. Hopefully that doesn't block my live stream when I put it up again later today. You want trades even on a sim? What the? If you want me to give you trades, pay me. But I'm not selling anything. I'm just here for the chat, my friend. I am on a sim, and I've said this before. I will get on the mic, get on YouTube, and do some analysis after I'm done trading. But I refuse to compete, even with 3 people connected. Because, you know, once upon a time, I used to trade with folks. And there was this one, I'll call him the Neo King. This dude used to front run me. We'd share trade ideas, and he'd front run me by a tick. And I was just a little guy. And he'd like do triple size ahead of me. And then he'd fill, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not getting fills. And he's like, oops, sorry, dude. And I learned my lesson. Damn it! You would have thought I should have known better. But my unevolved mind just was too trusting, I think. More coffee. That is so good. I reconnected with an old trading buddy last night. Made me happy. Um, and he's living a very healthy lifestyle, and he inspired me today. So I went out, ate healthy, ate a lot of eggs, and went for a run. Now I'm in a nice conducive state to trade, but the market has made its move. So we've already violated the 10 SMA. Hey Daniel. Yeah, you're not alone, my friend. Definitely not. Anyway, we're oh, the 10S. You know what? We can't see the 10 SMA, can we? Oh, let me change something for you guys real quick here. There it is. I created a label column. I saw who was it? Lucky Prod had DM'd me on Twitter, and he was using the label column. I said, man, I haven't utilized that for quite a while, so I'm gonna see how I like it. But you know, for the labels to show up, you've got to show your market data. This is not a live trade DOM or anything, right? I wonder if in this trade DOM I can get rid of the buy and sell columns so that I just have a label column. I like the label column over here on the right, but I don't like having to see the buy and sell or the market depth columns, only because I've got a DOM right here. So this, I mean, all the data's overlapped anyway because of the scaling. So let's take a quick look here. Customize chart trade DOM columns. All right, let's see if it allows me. Nope. It's like the whole point of a chart trade or a chart DOM is to have a buy order column, you idiot. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. Ridiculous. Okay, we'll just cancel that. If I'm quiet, it's because my my old mic was pointed away from my mouth there for a few seconds. Didn't want you guys to hear me slurping coffee. Lazy market. Lazy market that's drifting up. Let's tap that RTH, ETH button in Sierra chart here. Again, an easy add. Right click, customize control bar. Right click and customize control bar. And then the button is the last one. Let's scroll all the way down. Use evening / full session. Add that button, and switching from ETH, extended trading hours or Globex, to RTH as defined by your chart settings here is a one button click. Watch. So you see use evening session is on. Hit the button. Go to the chart settings. Hey, use evening session is off. So that button is just affecting this selection. So just a few less clicks. Anyway. Okay, so back in the day when crypto was popping, 2016, 2017, I had a person that I knew very well that used to love to trade OMISCO. OMG is the crypto symbol. And this dude, he got his feet wet in crypto trading this thing. And if you're not familiar with how OMISCO moved, I mean, it started at like, 30, 40 cents, and then it, popped to like $1 and change. It popped to like a dollar and change. And then it started moving, and it eventually went to like 21, 22 bucks, and then it would dip, and then it would always, for a while there, it would always pop a little bit. And so this person I knew very well in real life, who wasn't really a trader but thought he was a trader, I asked him, I was talking to him about market cycles and the boom bust cycles, the tulip mania, right, where you get the early interest and then markets kind of go fairly parabolic, then they pull back and then they keep going parabolic, and at that point it's the new paradigm, it's the new norm, right? And euphoria sets in and everyone just keeps buying the highs because it's going to go forever. Every pullback you make money, just buy. And I was talking to him about this, just explaining it to him, but I'm up this percent. I just buy the dip. It always bounces. This is easy. And this is when Bitcoin this is the initial run up on Bitcoin. It had made a high at 18, 19,000, depending on the exchange you were on. And then it pulled back to like, I don't know, 11 or 14,000. I don't remember exactly. And then it bounced to like 17.2, 17.3, 17.4. And then it rolled over, right? So when everything bounced, all the other shitcoins, altcoins, they bounced as well. And so like maybe halfway up the bounce, he started buying, putting his whole account on everything, leveraging. And I'm like, dude, like, it looks like this is the beginning of the end. These patterns all end the same way, right? Parabolic, first sell, buy the dip, up, return to normal, which is the euphoric straight up, right? This is all newbie investors think this. And then it makes a lower high, it rolls over, goes into a bear market. They all get fucked, flushed, big money buys, right? Narrative changes. They all announce a month or two after they've bought the low and accumulated and Bart Simpsoned the hell out of everybody. They announce after, they're averaged in at 5K and Bitcoin's at 11K, and all the hedge funds and billionaires come out and say, hey, Bitcoin has a future, everybody should buy. Meanwhile, they trickle it out into the, 2,000% rise, rinse, repeat. Of course, new paradigm, etc. So anyway, this person I know very well in real life, his response to me at the time, very arrogantly, almost like dissing me, was like, hey, it always bounces. Every time. I'll just buy the dip. And I looked at him, I was like, oh, okay. That was his response to me trying to help him understand market cycles. And yeah, nobody knows where the top is. But when you see a parabolic market, start to think about taking profits if you're long. Don't be the idiot that thinks, hey, I should buy 3K and sell the exact fucking top. That's just not how trading works. Nobody goes to, well, not any sane person, right, goes to the bowling alley expect to have, strikes every fucking time, or, playing a round of golf. Maybe this is a little bit more accurate analogy. Go. Not everybody. Well, no smart person goes and plays golf expecting a hole in fucking one on every single hole. But buying the low and selling the high is probably even harder than that. So be content taking profits. Anyway, that's my story. And so the trader I reconnected with last night, and I was happy to do so. They've become, I think, quite the accomplished trader, and made a lot of personal strides, and I just see a lot of maturity and stuff. So they're educating me as I'm talking to them about various things, including trading, and they're a lot more involved in crypto than I am. He reminded me of that story. Kind of brought a smile to my face. So anyway, now we're writing the 20 SMA, but if we're trying to anticipate a little bit, you see this candle? No wick or anything. Shorts. Getting squeezed out here, right? As you can see with the kind of the tail. And now we're making a lower high, and we've sold into this body here, right? You can see the volume node is here. So didn't even quite get to the highest volume area. So longs are a little uncomfortable here. You've got this overhead trend line, and it wouldn't surprise me for us to make a lower low here. But that said, we are hugging this 20. And initial balance today was 88. So 18 points, quite tight. Tricky little spot here. I would like, for a longer term play, I'm actually not too concerned about day trading this anymore. Not a lot of high probability setup for me here. I would be more interested in seeing us pull back and then closing somewhere just near lows on volume, and creating another nice T+2, right? We already have a fairly nice volume close up here at T+1, right? 3903. Right, so I'd like to see another absorptive close, right? Meaning longs capitulating on volume into ready buyers, right? And then see some trickle down overnight and then drift up over the coming days. That, to me, would set up a really nice long opportunity. Probably not what all the perma bears want to hear, but it is what it is. It's my opinion. Short-term short on Bitcoin, I think, is around 55,000 for a $2,000 or $3,000 scalp. 53.5 is not it. I think that's where shorts liquidate at, is around the 55,000 mark. So if you can fight for price there, I think you might get 2,000 or 3,000 out of it. Just looking here. I wish I shouldn't be hindsight trading, but I sure wish I and went long where I was covering my short. Jeez. Could have played it both ways. Problem is I never got fully out of my short into the 48s and 49s. I only took off through scaled orders about 30% of my position. So I woke up, saw what happened with the volume on Bitcoin's run down, and then I just said, oh, time for me to close this short. Looking pretty strong. If anything, if I want to re-enter short, I think I can get it higher just based on the price action and the volume structure. Anyway, back to the E-mini. This is a point and figure. One reversal of 3 points or 12 ticks until it generates a new bar. Kind of interesting that we're seeing, at least on the volume side of things, we are seeing P's. P-shapes, short liquidations, but we have no extension on this last bar, which is interesting. But as you can see, volume just migrating down a little bit. So, but not a whole lot of interest. Not a whole lot of interest to sell into the, I guess you could call it the price, the spike base here at 91.92. So shorts already interested in covering above this area. So, all right, there's that spike base I'm talking about here. Let's take a look at our bookmap style chart. I might have to adjust this. For contract size here, not a ton of liquidity out there today in the E-mini. Nope. 300 contracts here at 39.55. That's the biggest I've seen. That's a one lot, or I'm sorry, a one order of 300 lots. If you're wondering why the heck can I see so much of the order book, 1,400 levels each side of the ES. Sierra Charts Denali data feed. It's the best thing since sliced bread. It's really good. Excellent, excellent data feed.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io.
100 lot down at 38.50. That's a popular level, isn't it? Just around the Twitter sphere. 38.20, another popular level. $3,800. There's an 80 lot, 50, a bunch of 20 lots.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io.
Ho hum, quiet market today. Filled the gap. Filled the RTH gap. Here, let's switch over to regular trading hours only. If any of you guys have read Technical Analysis of Stock Trends, there's something called a complex pullback or a complex retracement. This would not surprise me. And if we start to bounce here and we take out this low, right? What time is it? 11:45. So we have an hour and 15 minutes until the cash close. Right, so if we make this move like this, and then we take out 92.50, and this right here is 24-hour VWAP. Right, so it's a rolling 24-hour VWAP through here. I'd look to be a buyer there, probably. Again, I'm disciplined and out of the market at the moment, but yeah, probably look to be a buyer here. Depends how it gets there and how it behaves, and you know, look at your footprint, yada yada yada.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io. Freebeats.io.
Hey, there's our P shape again. See that? Big P shape. As I was talking about on the candles here, right? You see the way that this candle opens? It doesn't really retrace. It's not healthy. So short covering. So you wanted trades. I talked about this. I said this might be the short. Again, I'm not trading. Not even my sim. Not necessary. So we've got spike base here. You see that? Rotation back to the downside, right? So came up, came down, opened here, right? So you see this. This is like a candle body, right? This vertical rectangle here. So came down, opened here, closed here, open, slight retracement, and boom. And we've just been grinding the shorts out. And now we have a little bit of downside extension here. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we get a little bit of extension here, reversal back up into the body, and let's see what happens. More grind. Now the fact that I think that this is shorts probably means there's a chance we, just using inverted logic, there's a chance we head to the downside a little bit today. So if shorts are covering, who's going to fuel the rally? That's my next comment. All throughout this time I was running. I want to see what happened around the 98.99 level, right? How did we form that short-term top? There's usually a few dead giveaways.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io.
Hey, here's two market buys in a row here. Here and here. You see the best bid ask? And then the price moves away. Market buy, market buy. And by market buy, I really mean a 3-point limit order from the best bid and ask. Because the CME does not allow market orders in the traditional sense. Every order at the CME is converted to a limit order. That is price protection on the CME. So, since it's about 3 points, last I checked, a limit order entering the book can be, oh, that's interesting. Okay. A limit order entering the book can be lower or better than the best bid ask by 3 points. When you get a 3-point move like that, that clears everything. And you know the HFTs are fast, but it tells you something about the price action. You can deduce something about the maximum single order move. Maybe I'll show you guys that on the CME here. Hold on. Information. Where is it? I thought I had a shortcut to it. I guess I have to Google it. CME price protection. Market order with protection is what it's called. So if you want to Google it. So the protection range is which is what determines the market order with protection limit. I think it's 3 points right now.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io.
And this is a live exercise in my ability to Google quickly. Oh, well, here you go. If you're in, if you trade the ES a lot and you want to learn everything you can about what you trade, this is a good video to watch. Put out by the CME here. Link in the chat.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io.
There you go. Someone cleared a few levels right there to the 90.75 handle. I was cued off by the time in sales flashing red here. See that? What, roughly 300 contracts dumped here? Best bid and ask didn't move for 2 ticks. Let's see. Anyway, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Not even looking at the center screen. So more coffee. Now, is that an initiative seller? Is that a stop? What is that? Let's see. Let's look at the structure. Right? A few ticks right in here. Spike base. Kind of breaks the structure, doesn't it? Look at all that volume coming in here. Interesting. Building. Building. So is it building for downside? Yeah, a little bit of extension here probably. But we do have some passive buyers here, so and not guaranteed, but typically you do see some extension, a little test. Nothing too crazy. Right, you see the volume spiking here in that last 5-minute candle. And where did that occur? Near the lows, so lots more positive delta up in here. So buy and balance up in this area. Met with some passive buyers, what, 8 to 12 ticks right there. So little de-risking intraday. This is normal. Oh, the mic's a little far away from the mouth. Drinking coffee earlier. Let's see. Actually looking for the article or the PDF that goes over limits and banding and all of that. Come on, where are you? Price banding with market limit orders. There you go. Once I find this thing, it's definitely going to be getting a favorite in my informational legacy exchange bookmark, so I can come back to it because I've read this thing so many times over the years and I can't find where it is. Again, the PDF version of it is a lot more concise. Oh, it's the CME Globex reference guide. Let's see, how old is this thing? Anyway, it gets a bookmark. Here we go. Page 12. This is how I roll. When I stop trading and I want to learn, I just keep digging until I find what I want. And I'm persistent. And in this way, I try to fill the holes in or the gaps in my knowledge. And I follow the rabbit hole, man. Let's see, here we go. Alright, let's pull this page off and get rid of this. Alright. Yeah, it's page... you guys can see it. Page 12. Stop order with protection. So anyway, there are no market orders on the CME in regards to the E-mini. Now, can HFTs and folks sell it down very rapidly so that it almost looks like the whole range is protected range is to take it out? Absolutely. But that's why you want to be careful about your stop limit orders essentially on the CME. You know, you want to have a stop in there. You're not going to be able to be faster than a market in a rapid sell situation. And you want to have software that executes quickly. There were friends of mine that were trading on a Thinkorswim, and their stops weren't getting filled in high volatility, and that's because of this stop order with protection. Only goes three. It was only going 3 points away from the best bid ask, and so because the system was a little too slow, when the stop order went in from the time of execution, it would just be a stop limit order that was 3 points away from the current best bid ask at the time, right? And so it would go in and it would just sit above the market because the market had already moved too quickly down. But if you use a better platform that doesn't have all the data and lag issues, then you won't have that problem. So it pays sometimes to pay for software, depending on your trading style. Okay, we have a little bit of weakness here, so let's see. So anyway, remember, this is our idea. Our idea is the complex retracement according to Adam Grimes's technical analysis, or what's his book name? Art and Science of Technical Analysis, I think. Well, not letting me get long. Why? Because I had trading locked up here. That's all right. I'm patient. Let's go. 24. Let's look at this structure here. Little low volume node in this area. Yeah, I don't mind getting in here. I like the stops where they are. And let's see. Let's fight for price. Let's go a little heavier into this area. So we have this structure here. We also have this high. So there will be stops here under this wick, but there will probably also be some buyers here. So let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Again, I'm on a sim. On 24-hour VWAP. All right, let's look at the footprint. Incomplete auction still, so maybe get some downside extension. I'm trying to point with my finger. So 85.75 is an LVN, so maybe they go get some stops. We'll see. Still incompleted auction here at this level. Maybe bought a little too soon according to the footprint. Anyway, taking a drink here of this orange mango unsweetened carbonated sparkling water from Trader Joe's. It's pretty good. Power hour. Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, R100? Allergy season here in California where I live. Oh, let me move the mic closer. I went for a run and took in all the pollen. So I'm feeling it a little bit. Wait. Globex reference guide. All right. Opening order. Here, let's add and stop out. It's okay. Fill me up, Buttercup. Look at the yellow. Indicative of a slightly completed auction. But it's not perfect. Not perfect contract taper, but you can expect a bounce probably pretty soon. We're going to do this. 85s. Yeah, we'll go right underneath there. Sometimes you look at the footprint and you realize, hey, your stop location is bad. So 14 contracts long. You'd want to be 20 contracts long from this level. Let's see, there you go. And then if you stop, you stop. But you fought for price. All right, incompleted auction. Let's go get 85s. Ish. We're gonna go right. No, don't get greedy. Ooh, volume building up against 87. Extension from 87 to the downside, likely. Still 1-to-1 risk reward here. But look at me taking this trade even though I said downside likely. But, you know, short-term trade, that's okay. Broke 24-hour VWAP. We're into stops here. We're into LVN here. Yeah, do or die. If it goes further, then, well, market makers are playing folks like me, aren't they? That's okay. Well, yeah. Not in California, my friend. It's already really warm and things are blooming. This is R100 saying, oh, yeah, freezing temps in the north. Yeah, I gotcha. I don't know if I'm lucky. I grew up in Oregon and never had any allergies. Moved to California and, jeez, my nose leaks like a sieve. There's that LVN right in here. You could see it on the market profile here. Just a lack of time and volume. And there's the associated LVN here at 85s. So if you were going to fight for location, that's where you would be fighting. But sometimes, when everybody fights, you never get there. And then shorts, you had your opportunity to cover. L period. Let's look at that nice OTFD. One time framing down. Nice little trend to the downside. Support right here at ANE high, 85.75. corresponds with LVN. So let's see if this is the dip before we do into the close. Again, I would like to see into the close a sell on volume, but doesn't always happen. Just because you have a macro view of what you would like the market to do doesn't mean your intraday thesis changes according to the structure. I just go with structure. I trade what is. So 20 minutes until M period. Trend still just down. Come on. Oh, there you go. A little too perfect. Right on the top of E, L just went to the top of A and E. One tick above. 86s. Let's see. What's the footprint look like there? Aggressive buying right off that level. So we have a nice extended double distribution here on this bar. Right, there's our LVN, right? One tick above. Come on, can we get a few more ticks here? Let's see. Can we? Yeah, I guess that was the short. Mr. Echo. If I was being paid for order entry, I would have said enter short with stop below the high by 1 or 2 ticks. That would be my... I don't like stops above the high. I like stops below the highs. A little bit better risk reward. And if it gets all the way up to here, it's probably going to take out the highs anyway. So stop out sooner rather than stopping out here if it gets up here. With target at 24 hour VWAP. So it would have been... You know, you guys know I don't like to do that. I don't like to give people entries. I'm not a fucking trading service. I don't do that. I don't plan on selling anything. Yeah, it would have been nice. 2 point, oh jeez. The R's are, yeah, 2.8 R's. Anyway, hindsight commentary, isn't it? But whatever. I don't care about impressing everybody with my calls. I'm just trying to chat and have a good time here. All right, on the LVN, not really popping quickly off of that level so far. So let's see. There it is. Stops. Got him. Let's see. And now we enter again. Come on. Stops hit. Let's look at the book map. Yeah, see that? Thump. See the best bid ask? Didn't move. How many contracts was that? Let's see. That was a fair amount. I would venture to say over 1,000. Pretty awesome. Right under the point of control. And look at me getting long like a fool in front of the trend. That's all right. Nice flush though. Jeez. Really nice flush. So you see 1,500 on the sim, $1,500 lost. And if you sit there stunned with a real account going, oh my god, I just lost money, I'm too scared to get back in, and don't recognize that this is potentially a short-term body, that they found liquidity and flushed some buyers, then you know, you don't make your money back. Anyway, there's 24-hour VWAP. Let's see. Then we got the 10 SMA. So we got some grind. 15 minutes until 12:30. All right. Let's cancel all. And here. Yeah, I like that right there. And yes, could it just be wrong and we go down? Sure. No one's omniscient except for the Twitter furus who post things after the fact. All right, Bitcoin, where are you at? Let's see. Stops above 54, 8.5 on Bitcoin. Why not? Let's go to 55. Find that liquidity short term. Let's see. Oh, no. Some longs liquidated at 54.3. Interesting. Oh, I see the structure now. 53.9 held stops. But I still think 55 is where it's at. That just punishes all the shorts. Like I was a short at 55.8 and covered some into 50, low 50s, and then mid 48s. 30% of the position, then the rest at 52.5-ish. Which sucked, but it is what it is. Anyway, back down. We go on the ES. Man, where is Tesla today? Right now. Let's take a look. Ooh, 7:30. Did I get more long? Nope. Let's see. Nope, not yet. Okay. Okay, that's it. Man, I was short Tesla. I should have stayed short. Oh well. And then I was long, and then I was out of the long at 7:45 from 7:41. That was just an intraday Tesla trade. But I was short from 760. Son of a gun. It's alright. looking to scoop some Tesla here. Coming up. A little more capitulation would be nice. But let's see. I'm not sure we're going to get more today. Oh no, I use them both, Daniel. You can see right here. You see that? It says VWAP right there, which is what we bounced on. I like to look at 24-hour VWAP just to know what the supply or demand is looking like for the past 24 hours. Just gives me a little idea. Right. Anyway, this is only looking at the regular trading hours, so let's look at the both. I have traded more Ripple this year than any other crypto. Fun fact. I find that it moves according to short term who just gets punished the most. So I'm good at kind of trying to figure that out and then play accordingly. I don't think I've had a single loss on a Ripple trade this year yet. Although I was teased on Twitter for massive MAE. That's okay. My winner was about 2 or 3 times my MAE. Week low. More pain for the longs here, huh? Here, let's get rid of some of these drawings. I appreciate the commentary, Mr. Decor. Yeah, you make a new low? Go get those stops. That's fine. You gotta admit you're wrong somewhere after all. Anyway, I guess that short structure there that I was talking about earlier. I guess that short structure and the thesis about the shorts propelling the market here was correct in hindsight. And you know what? That's okay. I'm already out of my buys into what was clearly a buy level since about a week and a half ago. I think I talked about it on one of my live streams. Anyone that connects to my live streams probably saw me talk about this level for several live streams. Okay, let's go higher time frame chart. There you go. And then I went back on a 30-minute chart and just identified a little LVN here. And likely a structural low, right? Remember when I put this up? So that's the ellipsoid from my TPO weekly chart here. Weekly with the weekly TPO chart, just saying like, this area is beckoning, right? It's calling to us. Likely retest this area. This would be a strong area of support right over here at the top here of 62. But, you know, I would look to get long between 74 and this area all the way down into the stops, and then just see how it behaved on a shorter time frame. And last night, you can see how it behaved. Lots of interest to buy in here. So, took some time, but we got it. And when we got the push, and sell into strength before the trend line. Nothing wrong with that. So, playing counter trend on a higher time frame, right? And then if we keep moving, you know, hopefully you hold some, and, you know. But again, with the whole T+2 thing, I'm looking for a close on volume today. 4 minutes until end period, by the way. Look at L extending down into the body. Crushing the will of the longs here. M likes to take out L's low. So we'll probably at least see all of these stops hit. This includes Sunday night's Globex on volume here. So we can see what the deltas are here in this current traded bid volume. So I've had this running for a while. So absorptive deltas at 82.75 here, to the tune of I don't know, 250 contracts, not that much. This is a 1600 delta absorption area, 4500 absorption delta area. Imbalance to the buy side here. So this area gets you a lot of longs capitulating. Again, absorptive deltas right in here to the tune of 1400 contracts, including the Globex session. So kind of interesting to look at from this perspective. Only 3 long here. Let's see. Let's put a little trend line on this price action here. Uno, dos, tres. Get all the breakout traders, dump it. Interesting. So shorts really got squeezed, and we saw that in Bookmap, didn't we? We saw some aggressive buying here. Whether that was stops or buyers, we don't know, but either breakout traders or stops, which is why I was scrolling back into Bookmap. Oh, one long now. Look at that. What a losing day on the sim account. And got them all. So I'd probably be short until this trend line. 80, 75, 50. Let's see if we get acceleration down to that area. 1, 2, 3. Might get a few bounces. Let's see. M period incoming, so about to get nasty for both sides. Jeez, had that in the wrong spot. Remove. PDF. Let's see. And let's see, information legacy. By the way, if you guys are looking for trading signals, you've got the wrong channel. I'm just letting you know. I'm willing to discuss markets all day long with you guys, but if I'm trading my real account, I'm sure as hell not sharing it with everybody. So you can unlike or unfollow, that's fine. It will not hurt my feelings in the slightest. That's real talk. Just letting you guys know. Information legacy. I'm not profiting off of anybody here, so. And I wouldn't sit at a poker table with you guys and give you all my tells. But I will share knowledge. We can scratch each other's back. Absolutely all day long. And in that I won't I will not mislead anybody. I'll just be honest about what my thoughts are. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you're right, great. So, just being transparent with you guys. Like I've said before, the value in trading isn't knowing a whole bunch of knowledge. It's knowing how to use that in the market and find your edge, and then play a high probability setup and repeat that over and over and over. And as the market changes, adapts, the behavior changes around levels, or you go from a market that's breaking out into trend or a market that's topping, you know, the value of all that amassing all that knowledge is knowing how to use it in markets. So I don't mind sharing. You know, that's not equivalent to giving you all my tells at the poker table in real time. That's, you know, I share, you share, we both learn. We both grow from that, hopefully. Hey, Project Good. Rick, you're here for the Sierra knowledge. That's cool. Man, I've been trying to move my Atom crypto off of an exchange for a while, and apparently that blockchain is unstable. So exchanges aren't allowing it. And yet, what's the price of that? $20 for with a $4 billion market cap. Does that make sense? Cosmos. Doesn't make sense to me. You have all that. What is the white paper on that? Son of a gun. Bitcoin selling off a bit. It's alright. Now the buy on Bitcoin is 53.5, I think. And see how it reacts. You know, crypto's topping when friends you haven't talked to for a year or two start messaging you, "Hey, should I be buying more Bitcoin?" Price is 56, 57,000. Well, if you want to sell to me, sure. But that's better than a lot of these people did the first run. Literally, I know somebody that bought Bitcoin at like 17.8 on Coinbase. And then they bought Litecoin at $270. And they're like bragging, "Oh my gosh," because I think it hit 300. "I'm already up." I told them at the time, sell, just sell. I don't tell that very often to people. Like, just tell them, sell, just sell it. It's like, just sell. You're up. And he bought like 2 Litecoin. It wasn't a rich dude. It's like, just get out with your money right now. Like, this is a bubble. Get out. They didn't listen. They're still holding that Litecoin. And I think, I'm kind of happy for them. Litecoin hit 240. So it's at 205 now. They're only down 25% on initial investment, or whatever that is. So in case you guys don't know how to add a label column here, since some of you are here for CR knowledge and I'm in chill mode. Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. But crypto's the future. What are you talking about? It's the best money ever. I moved a bunch of crypto for the first time in like a fairly significant amount for the first time in a while, and I paid a lot more in fees than for a wire transfer. That's for sure. Golly, ridiculous. But it's censorship resistant. No, it's not. It's an immutable blockchain. And as soon as you get tied to a transaction, they know exactly where you've moved your money, even better than the dollar. Is it inflation resistant? Yes. Anyway, I'm not going to go into a whole Bitcoin rant. I think it can go a lot higher than where it is now, but I also understand that parabolic markets produce a lot of supply. And when everyone's long, what does everybody got to do to get out to get their money? They got to sell. And experienced traders, what do? They sell and they short. Anyway. Just hodl. You'll be fine. I know some folks that had Ethereum held all the way through $1,200 or whatever it was the first go round, 1,400, whatever it was, held the lows even. I have no idea what they've done with it in the meanwhile, but I think they bought around $90 to $100 the first time. But man, that is a lot of profit to give up just holding. Now those are the true diamond hands, right? Ethereum goes to whatever it was, 12, 1300. You hold, goes all the way back down to what, 75, 85 bucks. You hold. It's all the way back up at 2000. Do they still just hold? The ultimate diamond hands right there. I need to get a hold of that person. Ask them about it. Because for them, that's for the amount that they bought. It would have been 2,000. Selling at 2,000 would have been almost pretty life-changing for them. God, I hope they sold 2,000.
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io.
I sold all my Ethereum at $2,010. Pretty happy. And you know what? If it goes a lot higher, I'm still going to be happy. Because I don't expect hole-in-ones. I trade for a living. Not for bragging rights that I bought the bottom and sold the top. I trade to make money. And if I make money, I am happy. Anyway, what was I going to talk about? The labels here. In case you guys don't know, trade. Customize chart, trade DOM columns. Go add the label column, right? There it is. You can align it left or, oh, we can go center. Yeah, does center look good? J-Milet. Man, I could talk about that for a long time. But I'm going to focus on Sierra chart for a bit here. Hold on. Add a label column. All right. You can call it whatever you want to call it. You can say, instead of a label column, like let's call it something short. Study values would be nice. But studies? I don't know. Sure. Why not? Studies. Okay. Now how do you get them in there? Just go into your studies. Again, I got a right-click menu. And then go into, let's say you want to put, I don't know, 24-hour view app in there. Or let's find view app, okay. Go into your subgraphs, all right? Select view app. Do all of this, and then the name label, the horizontal alignment just goes into label column, right? And then you've got your vertical alignment, which I center it right on the price. And then there it is. And it goes right into this column you created. So is that useful? It can be if your labels always end up here, or they always end up on the right edge, but you want to have like a composite profile you want to see, right? Because if you put these on the right edge, it can kind of cover things up, right? But conversely, right, and negatively, I think, you need to have, for this to show up, you need to have your trade show market data columns on. Otherwise, right, this is a DOM. It's a chart DOM, right? That's where it is. So if you do that, they're gone. So that's a negative, right? Because it's going to take up precious screen room, right? It would be nice if when you turn this on, it defaulted back to some other secondary setting, but that's not how Sierra Chart does things a lot. They just give you complete control and their code and everything is clean. I don't know, maybe there's a clean way of doing that. Did they flush all the longs out here? Look at that volume. Maybe, I don't know. Not a clean setup though for me. Anyway, so got to go back into trade. Show market data columns. Okay. And the show market data columns is just what you would have your chart DOM set up as. That's all that it is, right? So I'm in a sim here. So if I added, so I've got a button for trade mode on off and then DOM on or off. So if I turn that on, now this is a live DOM, right? That trade show market data columns, it gets grayed out. Why? Because the chart DOM itself now is live, okay? But if I turn that DOM on or off, now I go back into trade. Show market data columns is now what it was. It's on, right? So that column will show up if you just hit your DOM, turn your DOM on, right? But this is now live. So I can fuck up and, you know, click around and enter an order. Here, let's enter an order. There you go. We're short. Anyway. Also do an attach trade window. See that? Then you can detach it, then it floats it, then you can get rid of it. Right? You can hit it again, boom, it's attached. Maybe we do something. Sorry, I've got my live stream chat off here. Yeah, Daniel, I don't know. I think some people are just foolish when it comes to the diamond hodl crowd. You know, with every boom bust cycle, there's new investors that think that they know how to, you know, trade this. You know, I was talking with someone just the other day about the cycles of Bitcoin and the cycles of crypto. And, you know, when you look at a Bitcoin chart and it's all cup and handly and people start doing measured moves from peak to trough, right? From high to low. And then they look at it in log scale and they look at a percentage and then they assume that it's going to move as it has because, hey, there's a pattern there. Well, if you've been around trading for long enough and you know that once things become obvious, nice big market sell there. Well, let's see. Sorry, right there. See that? Thump. Pop it like it's hot. 10 minutes left till the close. And you've been around markets for long enough, going back to my original conversation. Anyway, rule of 3 here. Let's see, modify. There. From low. Wasn't a very precise trend line. There you go. So where's liquidity right now, short term? Probably underneath this trend line. Hey, let's break even the stop. Did it just hide it? I think it did. Jeez. Or did it? What? What happened there? I don't know. Sierra chart just did something. Whatever.
Get this beat untagged for free at
So there's our
freebeats.io.
initial trend line buys. Least capitalized money. Buy, buy, buy. Alright, I can get out. Thump. Now,
Freebeats.io.
all fighting to get out. Fighting to get out. Let's see. What time frame am I on here? 5 minute? Yeah, this is what I want to be on. Come on. Let's see what the footprint looks like. Oh yeah, incompleted auction. But not a ton of volume in here. I don't know. We'll see. 74.50. Hey, one little winner at the end of the day. I went with trend. Son of a gun. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm hoping I get my wish on the close. Oh, doesn't want to move. Hey, there's my cumulative delta bar study. What did I do there? A lot of liquidity under that trend line, huh? Rule of 3. Anyway, I was talking about Bitcoin and sort of macro trends, and when a pattern starts to become obvious at the third time, everyone's trying to play the same thing. So what ends up happening oftentimes is the opposite of what people expect, because everyone's crowded into the same trade, right? So for supply and demand reasons, it typically does what the masses don't expect it to do. So you got to be really careful when you see an obvious macro pattern, right? Such as cup and handles. Let's see. World. Here you go. Let's go look at the data here. I don't think is going to go that far back. Let's look on a weekly. I don't think it's going to show me what I want to see. No, it just doesn't go far enough back. I have to open up TradingView. Anyway, cup and handle-ish, right? Measure the move from way over here on the left side, and everybody likes to go, hey, there's one move, and then let's add it as a percentage, and then let's add it again as a percentage. That third time, which is what you're in right now, you've got to be very, very, very careful, because it's like rule of 3, right? Everyone, all the dunces see it now. It's a pattern. And when all of the dunces and all the regular folk see the pattern, and everyone's crowded into the same trade, you can bet your ass that big money is not going to crowd into that same trade. So because everyone could be buyers, but who's going to, when profit is taken, who's going to be a buyer? If you're already long, right? Who's going to be the buyer? So it depends who's buying, obviously, and what time frame they're buying at. But when you see a parabolic move, a pullback to here would be super healthy. If Bitcoin does not do that, Bitcoin just keeps mooning, you're going to have tears. Lots of tears. I mean, Elon is up, what, $1 billion on his $1.5 billion investment? Elon held it up here, right here. This was a lot of $1.5 billion of buying by just Tesla. And he's accepting Bitcoin as payment for his cars. And now a lot of crypto folk want to buy Teslas. Because, oh, thank you, Elon. And it's a good car, but beware when the narrative becomes a little bit too obvious, which I think it is here. Anyway, that said, you could say this was the base here on Bitcoin. Something like this. So you do a measured move out of this base. Plus 10. There. Here, let's change the chart. Scale settings. Oh, I guess it is. What? Jeez. My kid is throwing toys against his wall. Crazy. Anyway. As a measured move out of this base, this is already massively overdone. Even if you say, here, let's see. Yeah, I know. Bitcoin's the new paradigm. It doesn't apply. 16,000. Okay, you just say that's your base, right? Yeah, we had some resistance here, right? Previous all-time high broke out, pulled back. Still going gangbusters. Okay. I'm about to go look at ES. 2 minutes. Volume starts peaking here. What was that? 716 and a half, right? Right there. All right. So you had some profit taking. Is this your blow off top move? I don't know, it doesn't look very blow off topish to me. But certainly risk reward is not on your side here. So anyway, I don't chase prices into the highs like this. Again, I want to do this for the rest of my life, not this one move and risk it all. I don't have a job. This is my job. Well, that sounds like a contradiction of terms. It's really not a job to me, but this is my full-time occupation. All right, back to ES. 60,000 contracts. Yeah, 76,000 contracts. Not particularly impressive. More downside possibly here. Some nice volume closes the last few days towards the lows. So that's nice, but for optimal long setup, I'd still like more pain. Anyway, let's click on the chart, detach, get rid of this bad boy, and trading DOM off. Go to trade, show market data column, so we see all the labels. There they go. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, huh? Just stuck. but we did squeeze out those shorts. So, yeah, the interest came here, essentially. Right? It's still an absorptive bar, right? 76,000 contracts. Didn't really go anywhere. So, still a more bullish close in light of the fact that we have this prior high becoming support here. Right? So, if you're looking to buy in an uptrend after what was a, let's see, let me put some of these trend lines back on. After what was a bear trap here, right there on volume, and then bought back up. So as we come back up, this area we're in here, which I have highlighted, 74 to 50. 50 gets stops. So maybe we see that in Globex tonight. And then if we get some sort of higher volume close here on lows, or I don't know, midpoint of the day, or midpoint, high low divided by 2, that would give me confidence to buy for another move. This is something, right? Buying highs, expecting more highs, just going with trend, that I've learned a lot from Larry Tintorelli, Blue Chip Daily. I can really, really appreciate how that guy plays the market. Check out his Twitter. He's just a long-term trend follower. And he would rather hold and see the highs, and then when the trend changes, sell. That's his trading style. So buying strong names that are in a trend or breaking out of a long-term base, and diamond handing it until lower highs and lower lows are made on a higher time frame, and the price starts to move below some of the key moving averages, and that's how he trades. So I can respect that. But anyway, the price target for this symmetrical triangle was up here at 38.90.50, and we hit that. So definitely a reason to take profit. So if we get a pullback in this area and we get what I talked about, then I think there's a possibility. Is there anything on Sierra chart? Since some of you are here for Sierra chart, I'm not a Sierra chart expert, but I will share what I know. Is there anything that you guys are interested in on Sierra chart? I am happy to show some things. By the way, if you use a control bar and this is too big for you and you have too many buttons up here, right? So instead of making the font smaller so that you can accommodate all these buttons, you could also go into your global settings. I think it's general settings. General 4, I think it is. Tab, and then the status bar width. This is the status bar. You can say the status bar width is like, I think 5 characters is the max, and see how it shortens it up. So you can still see like, hey, it's connected, right? It's green, or whatever color connected is for you. So yeah, thumbs up on your connection, but maybe you don't care about seeing all of the data there, right? Like some of I think it's like defaulted to like 40 or 50 or something ridiculous, right? Maybe you don't care about seeing all these processes. So anyway, I think 5 is the minimum. Let's see if 4 changes it. Anyway, that's a space saving tip. 5 didn't change. 6, is it going to make it wider? Yeah, it does. So 5. 5 characters is the minimum. So we'll just change this to 2. And if Sierra chart does an upgrade or an update, and they change how much is allowed here one day, maybe I'll do the update, it'll remember this setting, and then I'll just see like 2 characters here. And then I'll know, hey, that was part of the update. I don't know, whatever. Let's see. Where did Tesla end at? I started to scale into some Tesla today on my IRA. Oh yeah. $713. Jeez. Let's see. Damn it, I had buys at 705. What was the low? Okay, 709. Yeah, maybe we'll get some after hours. The question is on Tesla, what's the interest down at the 710 level, right? Volume wise, what's the interest? A lot of interest, definitely. Lot of interest. Alright, I picked some up. I'm 25% allocated on my IRA to the long side in a host of names. Bought some Microsoft, a little bit of Fastly, FSLY, bought a little bit of Apple, bought a little bit of Workhorse, bought a little bit of QQQ today. Near lows, not perfect. I even bought a few shares of GME. That's my high risk play. Bought that at, what was the entry? 43 and a half. What's GME at? 46.50 after hours? Whatever. Yep. Yeah, I just point and click. I don't know. On interactive brokers, I have some hotkeys, but I don't know. Haven't set it up yet on Sierra chart. I think for the amount of time that it would take me to... Oh, that's an interesting sell there. I mean, it just depends what you're trading. If you're like a hyper scalper or something, and you know, you could probably save a lot of time entering with you know, shortcut keys. But for me, it's just, you know, I have levels that I enter on, and clicking on a mouse is just, for the amount of time that I spend, it's just not, I don't find that it's that useful. But for entry, some folks swear by it, so, and I can understand that. It's just, most of my trades are, you know, predetermined levels, and I fight for entry, and then, you know, I'm sort of anticipating. I'm not much of a, I mean, I will do breakout trades. I will enter at midpoint in trend. But a lot of trades I'm looking for really good entry, and then, you know, bailing if it doesn't act that way once it's there, right? And if it gives me an opportunity to buy, say, a low, and I'm looking at accumulation, well, then you're typically price moves through those areas very slowly. So, you know, having a shortcut key isn't really gonna save me a whole lot of time. It doesn't really matter because it's a slow, slow moving price through that area typically anyway. So I don't know. It just, if volatility increased like crazy, then you know, maybe I'd make a few shortcut keys, but, and it would probably be beneficial. But it's not hard. Just global settings, customize keyboard shortcuts. And then
Get this beat untagged for free at freebeats.io. Freebeats.io.
set them all up here. But you need to define or customize the trading command, right? See that? Trade top, buy at the market, right? So define your order type, and then reference price, right? Based on what type of order it is, and then offset if you want to offset something. I think this is what, in ticks? Probably in ticks. Yeah, probably in ticks. But again, I don't use them, so define it and then define your shortcut, and then you're done. Not very hard. Make it very easy. There's a lot of them you can do here. What, up to 50 of them? And there's probably ways to do it. A lot of folks actually put their trading shortcuts up here in the control bar, right? So, you know, you add a new control bar, or let's see, add a new control bar, right? You do control bar, let's say 8 or something, and you have it as your, you know, trading control bar. And then once you add it, you just right click and you customize it, and then you go to wherever we just were, customize or custom trading keyboard shortcuts, and whatever these are, right, defined as, right? You could rename them limit buy or whatever, based on like on the bid or at the ask, or, you know, just however you have it defined in that shortcut. And then just add your bars, and then, you know, you can, for each one, you could go in, let's see, status bar. You can I picked the one thing that doesn't have properties, or maybe not. Watch list doesn't have properties either. So let's say new instance of Sierra chart. Let's say that was a buy button. So you can go into the properties, go on the background color and make it green. Okay, so then your color would be green up here. The color is defaulting right now to match everything, so I don't want to change it. Oh, I guess I could change it. Let's see, just to show you guys. Whatever. Go mess up my control bar here. See that new SC button? So you could have all your buys up here. Maybe make it a little darker. Let's see, where's new instance? So that the white of the text pops a little bit. Let's go darker. Okay. Right, so now the white pops a bit more. Or even darker, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do a preset, nice dark green. That way it's not too distracting up here like this. There we go, that's better. So anyway, a bunch of buys. You can do 1 lot, 10 lot, whatever. Set it all up. And then all your cells and your flatten buttons all up here as a new control bar. And then boom, you know, you're still getting in at the bid or whatever without using these buttons, right? Buy bid, buy on the bid, right? So these buttons do kind of the same, some of the same thing, but you could be a little more specific with your order types up there. What? I'm already up on my Tesla position by $5? Really? Jeez. Well, that's good. I like that. There you go. 5 Tesla shares gone. I'll take it. Little scalp. It's 5 times 5 shares. That's 25 bucks. Hey. And the IRA account grows a little more. What's nice about interactive brokers in an IRA account is you can do a margin account at interactive brokers for your IRA. So it still uses T+2 for settlement, but what they do is they cover the T+2 for you. So it's not like you're getting like leverage for your day trading. You're like, you can only still trade the total notional value of your account, but you can turn it over day trading it. And then they're going to cover the T+2 for you, which is really cool. Anyway, what else on Sierra chart? Free beats, okay. Alright, let's get rid of that. I'm sick of the music background. It's annoying my brain. Any requests for Sierra chart? Anything? I'll do it real quick if it's within my power. If not, probably go walk with the fam. Quite beautiful outside. Alright, Daniel, you too. get a better idea of what was happening here. Market depth historical. I didn't even notice this 1,000. Well, I don't know what the lot size was on this guy here. Wasn't able to didn't notice it, but whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Hey, no problem, Christopher. I'm at my standing desk here. And decided it's time to please stand up. Hmm. Hmm. Oh man, I would love to see a volume close in this area. Right in the 50s. And Tesla, what a nice dump. Looking at 30-minute. What did we have into the close there? Last 30 minutes of the day. What did we have? 12:30 to, yep. Right on those low. Oh, that was nice. 4.17 million shares. That is flush volume. Flush all those hodlers who really aren't hodlers. Rick, if you remember on Twitter, what did I say? Right, I think you were pretty bullish, Tesla. And I said that we're at a possibility of we lose the 7. Well, first I said we needed to hold 850, and if we didn't, we were going to take a ride down, right? So that happened. But then when we pushed down to 760, right, I said it's likely we punch up and then roll over. But also said, yeah, it could be the start of a trading range. I just thought that it looked a little bit more like a trend reversal for the next month or few weeks or something. So you probably remember the Twitter conversation. I could link it if you want, but yeah. And I did post some charts with arrows showing where it would likely roll over. Anyway, and then I posted a little excerpt from The Art and Science of Technical Analysis, few pages. I think that was you, Rick, if you're here. Apologies if you didn't want me to mention that. You can just say stay quiet. And if you want me to delete the thread, I will. Because I just realized maybe I'm tying your handle here and on Twitter, so I'll delete it if you just say so. I'll do it now before anybody finds the thread. Because this is one of those live streams that I'm not taking down or not planning on, so just give me the word and I'll find it and delete it. Again, apologies for the lack of privacy there. Here, I'm already going to find it and I'm going to get rid of it because you may not be here, and that would be the right thing to do. Where is it? Come on. Oh, never mind. It wasn't you, Rick. It was somebody else. Never mind. Yep, never mind. Alright, I will post it. I'm not outing anybody. Okay, cool. Glad I misremembered. Here's a nice little thread for you guys. On my Twitter, where I had a nice little conversation about Twitter with somebody and posted what I thought was likely. Check it out. There's some really good tidbits there. I promise you, you'll learn something. The IRA bought, well, the TDA, TD Ameritrade IRA bought Twitter at 7:40 today. Not Twitter, oh, Tesla, sorry. So, not the best entry. But it'll scale as it goes down here. What, 956 contracts at 76.50? Yes. See it? 971, it's a 956 lot there. We could see it here. See? If you guys have followed me for a while, you know I changed my volume to match. Nice and white. Pops more this way, doesn't it? And I used to highlight the volume nodes, but I'm not doing that anymore. Because, well, do I really need to highlight the volume nodes to know that they're volume nodes? Nah. Not really. But the concept is good, right? So someone who's maybe learning my footprint setup from Sierra, my Sierra chart how-to videos or tips and tricks videos, you know, they might go like, oh, okay, like I see the idea there, so that they can put the 70% of volume highlight in there and then train their mind to see that. But me, I just kind of look at it kind of like a TPO, a volume TPO chart. Yeah, this color scheme is nice because I can have my market depth historical graph back here and I still see all the levels nice and clear. So I like it. Notice my symbols are different. This is based on CQG routing because of the whole TT fiasco. I think on Tesla, 678, 680, I think will be massively bought. Just based on structure. Oh, man. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Would have been a nice short, huh? So tomorrow's resistance is definitely 3,900 to 3,904. Because we had a volume close on this T+1. So let's put it in. Price zones, select TC2, and let's add it. There's your resistance level. So if we get an overnight push up to this area, what do you think? Is there going to be some trapped buyers short term? Likely. Will there be stops above? Yeah, it really depends how it moves. If it moves like, right, that's why you can't be too linear. You can't just be too simple with your approach. Oh, it gets here, I'm shorting it, right? Let's say it does this, and then it does this. And it makes its way all night just cleaning out inventory, right? And then it does this. Oh, let's see. I'm going to run out of chart space. I don't know. And then it does this, and then it does something like this. and then pulls back, and then it starts to come up like this. Let's say it goes like this, and then like this, and then like that, right? This kind of structure here, because you're getting pullbacks prior to the high, and it's kind of trapping shorts, right? It doesn't, let's say it doesn't hold the swing high support, right? And then it traps on volume. If we break above, it'll probably break significantly above. And then essentially, what will be T plus 2 here will be more of like a magnet. You might get some chop around there, but if we make this kind of move tonight, God, the shorts start to feel the pain. That's just my perspective. That's my point of view. Anyway, this is a scenario, right? Not exactly, but I'm just thinking out loud here. This kind of move would be devastating to the shorts. And then if we came in here, I would not look to be short in this kind of move. But let's see, another scenario. Oops, let's just undo. All right, my right click takes me back to the charts tool menu. When I'm like, let's say I'm making like an arrow line, and then I just right click, it takes me back. See that, to the charts tool. I don't know where that's at, but I made that setting a long time ago. And then likewise, if I select something and then I right click it, that deletes it. So maybe it would be in my tool settings window. Support left click to select OK. Yep, right click. So that's in tool settings window. From tools, tool settings window. Right click, exit current drawing tool to chart values. So you would click the whatever you want. I wanted to right click to exit your current drawing tool, and go to whatever you selected. Maybe it's your hand tool or whatever you like, but for me, chart values tool, which is this, is what I like to be defaulted to. And then this is where you would have support curved lines on logarithmic scale. So if you drew something on arithmetic scale or non-log, and then you made it log, it would curve the line for you, which is nice. I'm just looking for the right click to erase. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. Enable, it's right above. Enable delete selected drawing with right click. So that's those two settings. So anyway, you could also do it like this. You can undo draw and just have a button up there, or you can hit the erase button. It goes into erase chart drawing mode, and then everything gets selected, and whatever you left click gets deleted. So that's another fast way of doing things. Or you can go into your tools, and I don't use this anymore, but manage chart drawings window, Control-Alt-M. So for every single chart drawing associated with this symbol in this chart, you could do a multiple selection and then just select all the chart drawings that you wanted to get rid of or hide, right? Or make adjustments to. some of these charts are hit. Like this one, it's hidden. So I accidentally, anyway, let's undo. Okay. So let's unhide this. Where is it? Show. Arrow. Show. 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 I probably accidentally hid them at one point or another. What time? One time or another. Okay. So close it down. Anyway. So those are some little menu tidbits that could be useful. Let's see. Now, I just want to see what those drawings were. I could have looked at the dates, but right, I think this was one of them. I could see why I hit that. It's a little messy, isn't it? All right, let's go to a 30-day. 30-minute. Oh boy, let's make Sierra chart think with all these volume by price studies. That wasn't too bad, actually. Oh, yes it is. Alright, watch it snap right now. Here we go. There it is. Alright, let's use the hand tool and just drag the chart. It's a little faster. Alright, let's get into the erase drawing mode. There. Let's clean it up. That was the breakout of balance. Oh shoot. Let's undo this. Yeah, that's our current resistance. So get oh. Jeez. Alright, time to get out of erase mode. Right there. You can also select it and then just hit delete on your keyboard. Select it with your mouse and then hit delete. There you go. Let's clean up all of this. Oh, let's do this. Too many useless drawings here that were based on intraday moves. Let's clean it up. If you guys trade Tesla a lot, a good follow on Twitter is Steven Spencer. Excuse me, of SMB Capital. I think he trades it. He is by and large a Tesla bull, but for good reasons. and he trades it very well. He can be a little cryptic, but if you get either his humor or his sarcasm, um, he will sometimes give you a nice. He'll make you think about it a little bit and help you to realize what's happening short term on the chart. Really good technical trader, as well as I would say he's very good at accurately judging sentiment. He has a real feel for the market. And that is, there's a lot of very talented technical traders out there, but not a lot of traders are able to incorporate all of the broader sentiment indicators and then, I guess, accurately predict price a little bit. And he seems to do that well. All right, kind of cleaned up. Anyway, what else? I think this kind of move at the end of the day gets a lot of traders nervous for the overnight session. So expecting more downward price movement. Maybe that's a no shit, that's obvious moment, but I think sometimes just recognizing things like that um, can help you if price does the opposite of that and we get a move to the upside. Then short term, if traders are anticipating more downside, um, what do you think happens if we move up? Right, a little bit of a short squeeze. Short term. All right, the Sunday night open, right? That was a chop fest, wasn't it? Man, look at that. We gapped up. Well, 30-minute doesn't really do it justice. Here, let me go back and change my days to load and my time frame here to 5 minute. So we can kind of see it. All right, Bitcoin. There you go, 54, almost 55. So, was the buy 54,250 or 350? Yeah, that's $1,000 later. Nice little scalp, huh? Anyway, structure. Just simple, basic structure. If you can play this stuff on very low leverage, man, there's a lot of money to be made in crypto right now. Anyway, yeah, Sunday night. What was I talking about? what a brutal open. Gap up, come down, take out the lows, slow grind up, right? When we took out the lows, took it out on a little bit of volume. Let's see. Right? A little bit of volume right there. 2600 contracts. And then slow grind up. Brutal. Only to go right into my buy zone here. Small size and wide stops. Kind of a big buy zone, not very precise. I think what could have given us more precision, again, in hindsight, is looking at this area here and this previous high at 62. That gave us the precision right there. Right? 61.75 for ONL, overnight low. 62. So next time we'll get structure like that again. And when you see it like that on a weekly TPO, mark it up on your chart. Instead, I was using ellipsoids to say that general area is probably going to get filled when I was talking about T+2 on Friday. And how T+2 for Friday was fairly bullish. But over 2 to 4 day time horizon. So, yeah. Anyway, 7 minutes to the close. Time to go for a visit to the park with the 3-year-old. Socialize the kid. There goes Bitcoin pushing up. Sweet. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Don't be shy. I promise you, if you share, I don't know, charts or whatever through TradeStation, there will be no critique, only encouragement and my opinion of the chart, if you're open to that. But it's a safe place. All right, take it easy.